Cascade Hoops Talk, this is Billy D. Hey, today we have Ryan Cottingham. He's the head men's basketball coach at Spring Arbor University. They are the Cougars. Cascade Hoops Talk starts right now. Cascade Hoops Talk, produced in the shadow of the beautiful Cascade Mountains and bringing the world NAIA basketball. One podcast at a time. Hey, today we have Ryan Cottingham. He's the head men's basketball coach, Spring Arbor University. They are the Cougars. I met Ryan Cottingham shortly after they won their championship in 2019. I was really impressed with his team, the way they handled themselves after they won the championship. And I reached out to Coach Cottingham to tell him that. And we became kind of friends, kind of a unique relationship. He gives me a lot of a hard time, and I give him a hard time. But he's really a great coach. As I said, 27 years at Spring Arbor. He and Greg Tonigal are kind of the old guard there in the crossroads. Anyway, I just always enjoy talking to him. I hope you enjoy the conversation. Listen to Ryan Cottingham, Spring Arbor Cougars. Cascade Hoops Talk, Billy D. Hey, I got Ryan Cottingham, head men's basketball coach, Spring Arbor University. Welcome, Coach. I really appreciate you being on.
Bill, it's so good to be with you again. Always highlights with the school year kicking off when I get to spend just a little bit of time talking hoops with you. Just love who you are, your energy, and the way you represent the NAIA and hoops in general. You're a good soul, man. Grateful.
Oh, that's very, very kind. I do appreciate those words very much. You know, Coach, I wanted to start off just a little bit different. You and I talked just a moment ago before we started, but there's always the big term now that I hear, one of the more common terms now, is everybody talks about the coaching tree. This guy's coaching tree, that guy's coaching tree. You and I just talked about it. Durnell is at East Noble down in Fort Wayne. He was on the championship team. Jeff Beckman is coaching the women at, what's the name of the high school there in town where he's at?
Yeah, Western here in Spring Arbor.
Yeah, in Spring Arbor. He's coaching the women. Paul Marindad, he just got a new coaching job, right? Where is he? He's in Michigan somewhere.
Yeah, he's up in Grand Rapids, Calvin Christian High School.
Yeah, and then Ted Stowe, who played for you just a couple years after those guys, he's your associate head coach. I don't know if you have any other guys who were coaching, but you have a very big coaching tree from just really, that's over the last, 6-7 years. What do you attribute that to? Go ahead.
Well, and actually with Coach Stowe, he was before those guys.
Oh, he was before. Okay, my mistake.
And he was a student assistant with us, and then he was at Lake Superior State, a Division II school up in the Upper Peninsula, and then he came back. All just phenomenal young men that just love the game, love to pour into young people, and man, I've probably learned way more from them than they've learned from me, and but just really proud of them and grateful. It's just been a real joy to see their journeys, post college and how they're impacting lives. So and the success they're having is really, really cool.
Now I know it's tough with you playing also there in Spring Arbor, but do you ever get over and watch Beckman's teams play locally there?
Yeah, we do. He's had some nice teams over the last few years, and they're going to be pretty good again this year. And he's got that thing rolling. So yeah, we'd like to slide over there and support Jeff. He does a masterful job with those young ladies. They respond well to him, and so yeah, we're excited for his upcoming season as well.
Hey Jeff, if you're listening, I'm going to reach out to you. We got Durnell on the show last year. I'd like to go back and talk to these guys off that championship team. We haven't had him on for quite a few years. I'd like to get you on, Jeff, if you're listening. If you're not listening, Jeff, shame on you. So
That's right, Jeff.
So, Coach, phenomenal season last year. Let's just take a couple seconds to talk about it. You ended up, I had it 2 seconds ago, but you had a, hang on. This is great radio here.
Well, no, while you're doing that, Bill, I almost forgot to mention and it's an open invite, it's a standing invitation for you to move to Spring Arbor and join our staff. And as my youngest son is getting married this weekend, he's moving out of the house. If you and your wife need a place to stay, we can move you into our basement. I can't promise you a hot meal every night. My wife is busy, but we could feed you, man. We could talk hoops. We could terrorize Spring Arbor. So don't rule it out, Bill.
I won't. I'm going to scare you. I'm going to scare you one day and take you up on that and just go cover the Crossroads for a season. I think that would be a gas. It would.
Oh, we would love it. Yep, I'm planning on it. I'm going to tell my wife, be prepared for some strange guy showing up at the door at any moment.
Luckily, my wife never listens to the show. She has to listen to me enough. Okay,
Likewise,
but I do appreciate that. That's very kind. It would be fun. The problem out here is schools are so far apart. It's so difficult to, and in the Crossroads, you can get to a different school every night, or every Wednesday and Saturday.
Yeah, right. For easy. Yeah,
easy. Last year I got it now. You were 20-11, 11-7 in conference, but more important than that, you ended the season on a couple of heartbreaks. You lost in the, what was it, it was the first round, the quarterfinals to Indiana Wesleyan in just a 3 overtime classic. I mean, between you and Tonto, you've both been coaching for 1,000 years. You go at it. You're there in Spring Arbor, weren't you? Weren't you in Spring Arbor?
Yeah, we were. We finished 4th in the league, and they finished 5th, and obviously his teams are always so good and well prepared. It was a phenomenal game, and we had them on the ropes a couple of different times, and they just have such a winning culture, and they refused to lose, and they made big shots when they needed to. And I just thought it was a game played at a really high level, and we were grateful to be a part of it for sure.
It's interesting. I was going to ask you just that because there was I won't make it a long story, but there was a football coach out here, Frosty Westering. He was famous in the West Coast, at least at Pacific Lutheran. And I went to a football game one time where they lost a playoff game. They were up 35-7 at half. Pacific Lutheran was, and they lost 52-35 in the playoffs. And you would think, and when I saw him come out of the locker room and he was heading up to the press box, he looked at a bunch of his fans and he said, "Wow, what a football game." And I thought, that's what it's all about. I mean, he wasn't moping his head or anything. He just says, "Wow, what a football game." And I was wondering, so you had that kind of obviously it hurt to lose, especially to Indiana Wesleyan. You guys have battled so many times, but wow, you were really blessed to be part of just a 3 over. People will talk about that game forever.
Yeah, I think so. Unfortunately, in terms of coming up short, but yeah, it was just pretty special. And again, I mentioned they hit some big shots late a few times. Luke Brown had just an amazing game. You're making me relive this. He dropped 43 on us, and it seemed like big shot after big shot when we had him on the ropes, and so. But no, it was pretty special.
Yeah, and then when you got into the NAIA, you had to go down to Freed Hardman down there in Tennessee. You were able to knock off in another close contest, Cornerstone, another coach who you've battled multiple times over the years. You beat him 83-81. And then Freed Hardman, one of the top teams in the country. You came one risky, how do you pronounce his last name? Risky?
Yeah, Rixie, you got it.
You came one risky jump shot from going to Kansas City. Now that had to hurt.
It was 2 great games. I mean, beating Cornerstone, who's a rival for us,
right.
Here in Michigan, we were grateful for that. And then, Freed Hardman was the defending national champs,
yes.
And we led a good majority of that game. And but it was nip and tuck the whole way. I mean, again, you talk about winning culture, and they have it. The coaching staff does a phenomenal job as well, and it came right down to the wire, and so could have gone either way. And again, we're so proud of our guys and the way they competed. I just thought the way we closed out the year, even the regular season, we won some huge games just to position ourselves to get an at-large. I mean, winning at Huntington was huge, and beating Bethel here at home was big, and St. Francis.
Yep.
we won some really key games where I thought we just rose to the occasion, the challenge. So we played our best basketball at the right time, and it was sure a lot of fun. And as you know, it's such a fine line when you get to that point. It can go either direction. But no, we liked the way we closed things out. We got better and finished well. So yes, we were proud of that.
Yeah, I want to talk about the 25-26 Cougars, but first, I want to talk just a bit about, Spring Arbor and that community there. I remember vividly talk about bad memories, your 2019 championship, and the support that you brought. And I was just really impressed with the community that follows Spring Arbor. You got to talk about your fans, not just your students, but the community and how they support you.
Yeah, we're so grateful, right? In a small town, there's not a lot going on, and in camp, and so and you get to know people, right? You're at a small school, small community, and so it's all about cultivating relationships and caring for one another, and it becomes just a rallying point. But they take pride, and it belongs to them, and so yeah, that just makes it all the more special. And when it's not done from afar, but it's close and personal, and and to be able to share those special moments is pretty awesome.
So this season, obviously, Gabe Newhoff's over at James Madison. What a career he had with you. But you've got 3 starters coming back. You haven't even practiced yet. It's a little early to talk really about rosters. But, talk about your recruiting a little bit. What were your target points, and how did you feel about your recruiting this year? What holes were you trying to fill?
Yeah, thanks for asking, and certainly, thrilled for Gabe. He's gonna just do phenomenal at James Madison. What a cool opportunity for him, and so that did leave a hole for us. We added some bigs. We ended up bringing in 5 freshmen, which is a large class, and we actually added 2 transfers. And Bill, for us, we don't do a lot of transfers, and so we brought in 2 because our junior class. We only had Dante Favor, and Dante, who had a really solid sophomore year, he was over 9 a game, point-wise, and 7.5 rebounds, and he's going to really step into to a bigger role for us offensively, just his leadership, and we're excited. But we added 2 young men from the GLIAC from Division II, one from Northern Michigan, Brandon Trilly, who actually was a high school teammate of David Cundiff, who was a freshman for us last year, and so there was a draw. And Trilly, he scored over 1,000 points in his 2 years at Munster. And then we brought in a young man from Davenport out of Grand Rapids, T.J. Mitchell, and so he's got length and shooting and just experience, and so we needed to add experience. But then what's crazy, Bill, is majority of our guys are Indiana guys, and so we recruit primarily Michigan, Indiana, and Ohio, but we predominantly were Indiana. And so these guys know how to play, and we think a couple of these young guys will have to step in and play right away. With Gabe's departure, we think Brandon King, kid from Jimtown out of Elkhart, Indiana, will have a chance early to contribute. And so we're looking forward to seeing where that lands. But getting these guys in the right role is what will be important. And then, as you know, our senior guard, Travis Grayson, back. He was a second-team all-league performer, and he scored 1,400 career points already, and so and he was 33 points he scored against Cornerstone in the opening round game, and just really put us on his back, and so he has the potential to do that, and we'll need more from him this coming season for sure.
Well, you've got another. I was going through your schedule this morning. You've got another tough schedule, like you always do. You always start off with that Crossroads WAC Challenge. This year, you're going over to Cornerstone for that. You're going to play Indiana Tech and Cornerstone. And then you've got a good homestand right up almost to Thanksgiving. A couple WAC teams are going to come over, Lawrence Tech and Madonna. And Kuiper, tell me about Kuiper. I don't know much about them. They're going to come on November 4th.
Yeah, Grand Rapids, and what's cool about that game, and a smaller school, Gary Bailey's been there. Well, actually, he was at Grace Christian up in Grand Rapids for a while and won several NCCAA championships, and has just done a phenomenal job.
Okay.
And he's going to bring his team down for our field trip game, which is pretty awesome. We play it at 11 a.m. We'll have about 1,500 local elementary and middle school students in our gym going just bananas. We feed them pizza. They go crazy. It's just an amazing atmosphere. And so maybe you should come for that. Maybe you come for the Crossroads WAC Challenge and stay the week. So you go up to Cornerstone with us. We'll get you housing. You can stay with me, and then come back to our Kuiper game, Lawrence Tech Madonna. Then we'll get you out of here. How's that sound?
Yeah, there you go.
Think about it. No decisions on the air. No decisions right now. Just think about it. Pray about it, Bill.
There you go. Well, I hate to tell you, I hate to break it this way, but I'm going to be at Grace and Huntington that weekend.
I'm so mad right now. I can't even see straight. This conversation is ending.
Well, it was nice talking to you, Coach.
My gosh, you're gonna go and spend time with Scotty Moore instead of me. I'm hurt, doggone it. I am hurt right now, Bill. I thought I was your number one guy. I'm gonna get over it.
Yeah, I got to get up there one of these days. Got to get up there. No, I enjoy. We have a couple GPAC teams coming out. Morningside, you probably heard of them. They've been perennial in Kansas City, and then Briarcliff's been down the last couple of years, but Coach Swigera is too good a coach. They're going to get it going again. They're going to come out, and we're going to play one night at Grace, one night at Huntington. So it'll be kind of fun. I haven't been in Huntington's new arena yet. So.
Yeah, it's a beautiful facility, and obviously they're in transition, right? With Coach Alford, moving on as the associate head coach now at Oral Roberts, and so their assistant stepped in, and so he's going to do a great job. But they're going to look different, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's always a transition. I talked to Coach, I think you pronounce it Yock, early in the season, and he's raring to go. He's going to do a good job. So right after you get done with those non-cons, you've got Huntington at home. So you really need to get the fans out there. November's a great homestand, isn't it? Get things rolling before you go down to Indianapolis just before Thanksgiving. Yeah,
we do. It is a nice stretch, and so hopefully you begin to get in some rhythm. And with 7 new guys on our roster, and we've got not 9 are underclassmen. It will take us a little time, and so we're looking forward to the new challenges and new opportunities. That's for sure.
Before I let you go, we got to talk about the Crossroads League. You've coached in the Cross. How many? I know you've been at Spring Arbor 27 years. Were all those in the Crossroads?
No, we started in the WAC.
Okay, that's right.
And then it was in 2004. The fall of 2004 was our first year that we joined. At the time, it was the Mid-Central College Conference. And then we changed name back when J.D. Collins was our commissioner. I don't know if you remember that name. He was a big-time college official. He did some Final Fours, and then he actually was the assigner of officials for the NCAA tournament. The Division I tournament. Just was a phenomenal individual and had a huge impact on our conference. So then we changed to the Crossroads League, and I would just be remiss if I didn't. Now Larry DeSempler's our commissioner. He's doing a heck of a job as well. But so anyways, 2004 we joined the Mid-Central, now the Crossroads League. Yes.
Just talk about the experience of coaching in that league, where it doesn't matter what gym you walk in, you're going to have a war on your hands. It's a conference that can get 5 teams in the national tournament. Just talk about the Crossroads.
Oh, Bill, it's a love-hate thing, right? I mean, I love to talk about it, and I hate to, because it's a reminder just how good it is, which it forces you to be on your game, both our coaches and our players, and you have to continue that growth mindset. You can't let your foot off the gas.
That's right.
Because, Indiana Wesleyan, one of the premier programs in the country. I mean, we talked about Tonga a bit earlier, has just done an incredible job. And now what Scott Moore has done at Grace is amazing. And most people realize, I think they've won the Crossroads League the last 4 years. And so which is just remarkable. And after he lost Elijah Malone and some of these guys think, oh, they're going to come down, and they just turn around and win the league again. I mean, he's just got it rolling at a really high level. And then Steve Draven at Bethel, people thought they were going to be down, and they just surprised everybody last year. They were in first place for a good chunk of the year, and a little bit late they got knocked down, and so they ended up finishing third, but really, really good. Those three teams, and then I think Marion's going to be dangerous this year. Coach Knight's second year,
Yes.
he's got some
Yep.
really good guards back that I think shoot it well, and they've added some pieces, and so watch out for them. And Coach Ronay at Mount Vernon has done an incredible job. He's retooled some things, but they're always well prepared. And then Wright Huntington has been phenomenal the last few years, and St. Francis is a nightmare as well, which was crazy, right? And with Coach Lacrosse, we've actually had some turnover with our coaches in the last 2 years. We've got five new head coaches, and so that's going to be interesting. And Coach Peters at Taylor's, he's getting that thing rolling, and so that's always a tough place when you go into Upland to play the Trojans there. And so it's like, buckle up, here we go, man.
Yeah, and a new coach at Goshen as well this season.
Yeah, he's an old seasoned vet.
Yes, he is.
And was there for a year and had done high school, and so yeah, we're not thrilled about going into Goshen. That's a tough spot as well. So although they've been down, the last few years, it's always dangerous. And with the landscape of college athletics, teams can get it turned around like right away, right? You're able to add a few key recruits. And just like that, you got it rolling. You win a couple of big games, gain some confidence, and just like that, you're off and running. So, and we anticipate that will be the case with the Maple.
Coach, I really appreciate you giving me a few minutes and being on. I'm hoping that we can get you back on during the season after things that get rolling, and maybe a post-game interview or something of that effect. I would really enjoy that, actually.
Yeah, I know. It's always an honor for me, and I welcome the opportunity. And maybe I'm going to look at my schedule and see if there's any way maybe I could drive down to Winona Lake or to Huntington and say hi, and maybe catch a game. So I'll see what the tip-off times are of those. Although I don't know if either school would even allow me in their venue. They probably would call campus safety and have me removed. But I'll name drop I'll give them your name and see if that.
Oh yeah, there you go. That'll do it. But they'll definitely turn you around and march you out. Hey, Coach.
Always a pleasure, Bill. Always a pleasure.
That's Coach Ryan Cottingham. He's the head men's basketball coach, Spring Arbor University. They are the Cougars. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you as always. Take care, Bill. All the best.
Hey, thank you very much to Coach Cottingham and to Spring Arbor. Always enjoy my conversations with Coach Cottingham. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you. The response early this season has been better than I expected. We really need to grow this NAIA basketball, so spread the word. Tell everybody to check out Cascade Hoops Talk, but not only that, get out to your local school and support your NAIA program. Wherever you are in the country, there's more than likely an NAIA program near you. If not, there's other small college basketball. Get out and support these student athletes. They're doing it for the love of the game, and it is the best entertainment value in America. Talk to you later. Thank you very much for supporting our podcast. Please like and subscribe. Get out to your local NAIA school, because NAIA basketball is the best entertainment value in America.